What's up YouTube? Today I'm working on a 2003 Ford Explorer XLT. This vehicle is fairly old, but it is still good. It's got a lot of miles to go on it. I think it's actually still under 133,000 miles, so that's really good for its age. Plus the driver, the owner, is the second owner, and she drives it really safe and easy. So I am not a mechanic. This is my disclaimer. I am not a mechanic. I'm a DIY. I do all this stuff on vehicles, my vehicles, my girlfriend's vehicle, other people's vehicle, that whoever, you know, want me to help them out. Today I'm going to be working with, I have some Husky impact wrenches, air compressor, 20-gallon air compressor. I'm going to be switching out the sway bar link. Now on this truck, once I take the tire off, I've already done the right side. I'm gonna do the left side and show you all. Once I take the tire off, you'll see that the sway bar link, the original one, is broken. Now this has been broken for a while. It passed inspection last year, but I don't want to risk it this year, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix it. Plus it's a safety issue, and there's like a really loud clunking sound when you turn the wheel all the way, so we want to go ahead and knock it out and get rid of it. What I'm going to be doing today is probably really not recommended, but I'm going to use my die grinder. They've got this little attachment. I got it from Home Depot. Let me see, what company was that? I know Ryobi has one. This brand is Avanti. I don't know, I cut the thing. Hold on, let me see. Look at my receipt. Yes, Avanti Pro arbor shaft adapter. And I'm going to be using this metal cutter, which is actually meant for an angle grinder, but you know, DIY, we make do with what we have. And the reason I'm going to be using this today is because I've already realized that down here because it's so old, trying to get it off was not working. I've used vice grips, I used, you know, a bunch of different things, and it just wasn't working. So I ended up buying the adapter and cutting it off. It worked perfectly well. I got this on and off, I think maybe 7 minutes, 8 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and do the other side and show you how we did it, how I did it. Okay, so real quick, a few housekeeping details. I do have this on jack stands, and I still have the front jack in there, as well as a chop block in the back. Of course, my chop block is a little messed up, but yeah. If you're working with jack stands, what you need to make sure is that you point the handles away from the area where you're working. So I'm working over here today. I want to make sure that those handles are on the outside of where I'm working. Let's go to work. Alright, what I like to do is keep my lug nuts in here so that I don't lose them. Another thing I want you all to see is, you see how I have all of this here, some anti-seize on there, especially on the bolts. This is an old truck, so they get rusted really easy. And you know, some people will say you shouldn't put that much on. I don't know, man. I think this is good. It's not too much. It's enough. You just want to make sure you don't get it on here. I got a little bit down there, but you want to make sure you don't get it on there. If you do, make sure you get that cleaned up. All right. As you can see here, the sway bar link is broken and it's not connected to that piece. I'm not really sure what that piece is called. I think maybe differential or something. Again, I am a DIY. I am not a professional, but we're gonna go replace this piece. This will just go to show you for the guys who really can't afford to or don't want to pay a shop to do work for you because the prices are overpriced. What spending a couple $100s on tools will do for you. So again, we're gonna get under here and we're gonna cut that thing off. Again, if you have it, use some eye protection. Gloves, long sleeves are also suggested. Alright, so now that it's off and you see it took a little bit of work there, I'm going to slide this in here. And this is actually one of the cheaper ones, cheaper replacement parts. I think there may have run about 18-20 bucks a piece. But it's pretty self-explanatory to get it on here. It's no big jigsaw piece or nothing. If you paid attention to, or if you take a good look at the other versions of it, you'll see it's pretty simple. I am going to say one thing though. This probably would have been a better idea to let's see, because that's not moving. I'm probably going to have to loosen up the other side. Okay, so basically that's it. Pretty simple process. What I did have to do was I had to go back on the other side and loosen that up. I didn't take it off completely, but I loosened it up, and that allowed more space for the sway bar link to get inside there and for me to lock it in. So now I'm gonna lock both sides up, put the tires back on, move on out.